Hello, Dad here. Well, it didn't quite work out the way I'd planned. This is 4th of July, 2018. I told the kids in the last little communication video that I made that I'm going to try to go to some place that I've never heard of before, but it's called Runyon Canyon. The guy I was going to go with, he had to cancel because of some circumstances, and so okay, I'll try it. I'll do it myself. So I put the address in the GPS and went to the Mulholland Drive entrance, and man, no parking. There were actually people or cars lined up waiting for a spot to open up before they went in. So and okay, checked out the map, and I decided I'm going to go around the south side to the entrance of the park, and it's on Fuller in Hollywood. I really don't like Hollywood, but I went that way, and it was jam-packed also. Well, okay. So I had some time, and I thought, well, our church, there's several different congregations were getting together for a 4th of July celebration. So I went to that. I got there early, so I helped set up, and we did the party. It was really some really talented people out here. Maybe it's just a function of how dense the population is. Because there's some really talented people back home. It seems like there's a lot of them out here. Anyway, the program was good, and then I came back up here to get my hike in. I wanted to make sure I did that before I went and worked on a talk I need to give. And right now I'm off on a little side trail. It's called the Plantation Lateral, and I think whoever designed or named the roads or the trails, these fire roads, because there are a few trees here, gave it the name of Plantation Lateral. But it's nice. It was nice. I'm nice and sweaty, and I was able to sit down and rest in the shade for a little bit while I had some lunch. The other day, well, I was thinking about something I received the other day. It was a meme that a friend of mine posted, and it was a picture. It was the backside of a grunt or an infantryman, humping his ruck down the trail, and on his shoulders he was carrying his SAW, which is a squad automatic weapon, resting on his pack. And the title or the words on this meme were "Stay hard because the world has gone soft." And I thought about that, and based on what I know of the people that I've run across in corrections or law enforcement, military, it doesn't mean you become callous. It doesn't mean that you quit caring. Because some of the most caring, considerate people I've ever met are those who are willing to engage evil in order to defend those that might have a hard time protecting themselves or defending themselves. And if they weren't caring, I don't think they would have the resolve and the strength of character to carry on in very difficult circumstances, to put up with the taunts and the derision that people sometimes heap upon those they don't understand. Unfortunately, sometimes it gets to them, and because of that and other reasons which I understand, unfortunately, a lot of cops and LEOs and people like that wind up eating the barrel of their weapon. And it's kind of sad. but it's hard, and when you care so much and you want to make a difference, make the world a little bit better place, and you struggle and you work, and sometimes it doesn't look like you're doing any good, and a lot of times that can eat on people. And I think it helps when people have a basis of faith or a belief in a supreme being that can strengthen them and help them get through the tough times. Also, I wanted to say, because it is 4th of July, happy 4th. It's a very important day in the history of the world. And a lot of people are going to say, oh, you're just being a nationalistic, xenophobic, whatever they want to call me. But I really believe that. This nation's a very special place. And I believe with every fiber of my being that it was ordained of God to fulfill a special purpose, to fulfill the covenants of God in order to help people be free, physically and spiritually. And it takes a lot of care and concern. And unfortunately, it's easy for people to get beat down by the shrill voice of the leftists and the socialist agitators that love government. And as I don't understand, you have these so-called anarchist groups and your Antifa groups that claim they're about liberty and individuality. But if you don't ascribe to their support their position or their opinions, then they're not content to just let you be. They believe in choice as long as you choose to believe the way they do. And I find that very irritating. As I have friends that are on the left and on the right. I have a lot of respect for people that are good classical liberals. But not leftists. To me, they're in the same camp as your right-wing, neo-Nazi, white power or black guerrilla movement agitators. I have really no use for people like that because I do believe in freedom. And I'll let you live the way you want to live or believe the way you want to believe as long as you don't interfere with me and my family. And if you want to try to take away the agency of my family, we're going to have problems. It's a beautiful, clear day. However, I do miss being home. I was feeling a little bit homesick today. That's why it was good to get out and go for a hike. I love being out. And, it's something that we like to do as a family. We like to go places, do things together. And this is kind of a way to do this in absentia. And making little videos, staying in contact that way. Although in a few weeks I'll be back home for a little bit, and then I'll be back out here for a stint, and then get back back home in December to be with the family. Should see everybody as far as I know. Even my youngest son, he's getting off his mission, and he'll be coming home and get to see all the kids. So that'll be fun. I look forward to that. And as important as 1776 is, please remember 1787. It's when the Constitution was ratified. And that's where we codified the limitations on governmental power, and really put the federal power under tight strictures. And it's not quite the way it was. I wouldn't say an originalist. I believe more like Antonin Scalia. I'm a contextualist, as there's some things in the original Constitution that I know were a compromise. It's just the 3/5 clause, where people of color, constituted 3/5 of a human being, and people of color, and women couldn't vote. And I understand there's things that needed to be corrected, and that's what the amendment process is for. And unfortunately, one of the biggest corrections happened in 1861-65 with the Civil War. It was bad. But it hopefully that expunged the stain of slavery and racism from our national character. I know there's individuals that still have problems, and that too can be overcome. So stay strong, enjoy your freedom, take care of yourselves, and I will talk to you later. Thanks for spending time with Dad. Bye.